Yo, Elliot. Got this question from Matt Ellis. It's nice to actually say a real name every once in a while, not like Bold Apples or Sogsgug or Brizzy Sice 100. Like, I mean, you guys with these usernames, it's fucking weird. But Matt Ellis, wants to know about this deadlift shrug exercise. Apparently, I'm assuming you're doing this to grow bigger traps because it's a pretty good idea. Deadlifts and then coming out of your deadlift and shrugging. Granted that you're using a weight that you can do both exercises in. I think that's brilliant. In fact, it got me thinking. I've never done the exercise, but the biggest my traps are when I'm stone loading, when I'm lifting stones. And it's really, that's what it is. Lifting a stone, if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch some of my older strongman videos. I essentially go down, I lift the stone, so it's a deadlift, and then I gotta shrug it up. So I'm doing this. And just like somebody injected my traps with plasma. They just go, they grow up. So for you to do this exercise with a barbell, a deadlift shrug, is very analogous to what I do with the stones. I think it's a great exercise. But Matt's problem is that he gets low back pain when he does it. So there are a couple things you gotta consider. And you do mention posture, right? I can do this exercise because I'm stacked well, right? I don't mean stacked like I'm jacked well, but my posture is good. I've got instantaneous axis of rotation in all of my joints and good flexibility, mobility, right? And I think it's a combination of multiple different things, but I stretch a lot as well. I static stretch. I should do a video about that. In order to maintain this particular type of posture. So I can do this exercise, but most people who have a tendency to medially rotate, right, their upper arms, just because of the way they live and then faulty training programs, causes it such that the entire rib cage, the entire shoulder girdle, boom, tips forward, causing a excessive curvature of the upper back. They call that a kyphosis. So when you're coming up, your center of gravity is already in front of your base of support way too far. So you're coming up here, and then you're shrugging. So what's happening is, unless your low back muscles were hyperstimulated, you would come up and fall forward. You just shrug it up and bang, you fall right on your face. So because of leverage, your low back muscles have to do this. They're like grabbing on you and just pulling you from not falling forward, right? So it's a fucking leverage thing. So your low back is killing you. Without working on fixing your posture, because that is a long process and it's something that you got to think about all day long. Fixing your posture is not one of these things that, I did a posture exercise when I worked out on Wednesday. It's one of these things, it's who you are. You walk around and your posture is always how you're proceeding in the world. It's one of those things you gotta be conscious of all the time. And if you start getting lazy, especially if you're trying to change your patterns, then it's not gonna work. So without going down that route, right, which most people aren't gonna do, you can just modify the exercise. Do the same exercise, it's a good exercise, but use a trap bar, right? If your gym doesn't have one, this is what a trap bar is. Right? So this is it. The reason why is because you can get inside this. So when you deadlift, let's see if you can see me, your center of gravity is over your base of support the whole time. You can sit back. So the weight is always going through the middle of your foot. And no matter how screwed up your posture is, you can always maintain that center of gravity over your base of support. Right? Most people can't deadlift well because their core is too weak to extend forward. So that leverage creates a situation where the low back works and the abs don't. When I deadlift, my abs are sore because I know how to activate them, I know how to recruit them. Most people, that's not the case. Obviously, you're not the case. So if you want to keep doing the exercise, get a trap bar. Right? You probably pay like $200 for one of those on eBay. And as broke as I was, when I bought that, I was dead broke, but it was that important to me. So get one, or just use dumbbells. Obviously you won't be able to go as heavy, but you know, grab some 100-pound dumbbells if they got 150s or something. Do the same thing, but use the dumbbells. Now you're sitting back a little bit more. You don't have that leverage issue. All right, that's it. I hope that helps. Good luck. Yo, Elliot.